Hey everybody, it's Kate Richburg, and it is Thursday, time for the third Thursday earring kit. I believe I'm wearing the same outfit that I was wearing yesterday on the Beadshop live broadcast. That is because I'm recording it not 5 minutes after I did that fantastic chain necklace for you. So I just reapplied some lipstick and I'm going right into the third Thursday earring kit. So do remember that this is a pre-recorded show. I am not actually live today. I will be back live with you next week when the live broadcasts resume. Do also remember that this Friday, there is no live Free Tip Friday broadcast. So this third Thursday earring broadcast is just going to have to hold you till next week. So this morning we launched our third Thursday earring kit called Pop Art. And let me add it here to the screen. I think you folks are going to love it. It's so super easy. This is just going to take me a couple moments to walk you through, but I hope you like it. So let me go ahead and spotlight this and let me show you. Let's take a look at it. I'll show you how to put it together and then we'll be on our merry way. Right? This is some check glass, and I found this check glass while I was in Tucson. And when I saw Emily's piece that she was making for last week's show, the Mondrian bracelet, it really inspired me to do this color blocked earring. And so I called it Pop Art. These are check glass beads, and you can see they're a nice chunky bead. Let me measure them for you. They are an 11 millimeter earring, and they're a little over 4 millimeters in width, but they're not heavy, right? They are glass, and then they have kind of this bronze, not really plating, but the bronze glass coating around the edges like that. So they have a real vintage feel. And I think that these earrings kind of have a real kind of 60s kind of flair to them. So they're very, very simple, but I think that they really have a lot of visual impact for you. So the way that I lined these up color-wise, I blocked them with the green on top, then the blue, then the red. Now you can line these up however you want. You can put the blue on top, red in the middle, however, whatever works for you, right? Maybe we'll do them this time with the red on top, then the blue, then the green. Maybe we'll do it that way. Okay, I'll slide those over there like that. Maybe like this with the two kind of blue and the red, and then maybe the green in the middle. Okay. And so in this other little baggie, I've given you some head pins and some eye pins. So you just need to decide what you want to put on the bottom. Those are what go on the on the head pins. And I've given you an extra. So you've got 3 of the ball head pins in case you need a spare. And you've got 5 of the eye pins, again, in case you need a spare. And then you've got a pair of these ear wires like this. So real quick, we have a real great skill builder, if you need to refresh on the earring, how to just do a what we call a rosary loop or a traditional earring loop. But you can see I've just put my beads on my head pins and I bent that wire at a right angle to the top of the bead hole. I'm going to do the same thing with this one here, right angle. See right at the top, right there. Same thing with this one. We're not going to do any wire wrapping, though you could wire wrap, but I want these to be kind of closely spaced. I just want the loops to be spacing them apart. I don't want the added extra length of a wire wrap. So we're going to do that. And I assembly line these guys, okay? And I use my bead to kind of help me make that right angle bend, okay? Now the loop, I'm going to come in, and since all of these beads are the same size here, right? Once you have the length that you want to cut for the loop, when you cut the rest of the wire away, you can use that wire to measure for all of your other loops. So it'll be really easy to get nice consistent loops here. So I'm going to cut using the cutter of my rosary plier, or you can also just use your wire cutter. It might be a little bit easier for you to see this. This length here that I'm cutting away, this is about 5/8 of an inch or so. So I'm going to clip that away, okay? And I'm going to use this wire, and I'm going to make everything the same length. These are all 2-inch head pins, okay? So I'm going to be very careful as I cut these, and I'm going to have the straight side of my tool so I get a nice accurate measurement here. See that? So I can just come in, clip. I can also just eyeball it, right? I don't have to hold that wire and measure, right? You can do that as well. Whatever works for you. Now, once I've got them all cut, we're going to come in and we're going to loop. I'm going to point this wire right facing at me, and I'm going to go up about a quarter of an inch or so on the head of my rosary pliers. Or if you're using a smaller round nose, let me get that too, also a little bit easier for you to see. This is the rosary plier that has the cutter in the middle, but also if I'm using our smaller round nose pliers, I'll grab those, maybe a little bit easier for you to see those. I'm going to grab it at the size of on the head of the plier. The circumference of the head of the plier matches the size of the loop I want to make, right? And you can see I just turn it over, loop it around the head of the tool. If it doesn't close all the way, just bring it in and close it up, okay? Let me zoom the camera in just a touch so you can see that just a little bit closer. And just a reminder, my friends, this is a pre-recorded broadcast, so I'm sorry if I am ignoring any questions that you might have, but this is a pretty straightforward earring, and I'm going to turn these loops on all of these, almost over. There we go. On all of these here. Do remember that over on beadshop.com, you can find our skill builders, and our skill builders have really great how-tos on a whole bunch of things, but they also have great how-tos on how to do a simple rosary loop, which is the basics of earring design. This one I cut a little short. See that? I don't know how I did that. So it's a good thing I gave you an extra head pin or eye pin. I gave you one of each. So let's just get rid of that. I cut that away. Let's pull this eye pin out, or head pin out rather. When you cut that head pin away, or eye pin, whichever one you're cutting, make sure you get all that little residue out and you get the bend out. So when you pull it, you're just pulling a straight wire out of it. Let's go ahead and replace that one. Sometimes a mishap happens, just how it is. There we go. We'll bend. That's why I like to really look and see how much wire I'm leaving. So there we go. We're back on the straight and narrow here, up and over. and around. There we are. All right. So now our top one was the red. So let's go ahead, get that opening, which is right here. Pull it forward, slide on that component, and pull it down. And make sure that it's closed all the way. If that wire here doesn't meet that little wire on the other side, the ring is open and your earring's going to come apart when you wear it, right? So make sure that loop, when you open it, you lift it right here with the tip of your tool, like so. Get your component, slide it on, grab the tip of that wire, and close it. All right, let's do that again. And it doesn't matter which ring you open, honestly. Just choose one. Make sure you get the side that's open. Choose one, lift, slide it on, close, and then sometimes I give it a little hug with my plier, like that, right? Now I'm going to do this one, lift, slide that sucker on. There we go. Now I'm ready for the ear wires. Now these guys, when they get to you, they're kind of open. See that? How that ear wire is kind of open? All you need to do is slide these on, but you want to make sure and come in with your chain nose and squeeze so this ear wire top closes so your earring can't escape. Okay, same thing over here. Now, these earrings make a fantastic little gift. They come in an organza bag, your little kit does, so it's ready to gift. So you can just make the earrings, pop them in your organza bag, and you are ready to gift. So in whatever order you make your color, your earrings, don't they just look great? I love this pattern. I love it. They're so vivid and fun. I'm going to put one on. That's all there is to it. It kind of matches. I'm wearing a little bit of green and blue. It's one of my favorite color combos. And a little bit of red in there to pop the colors up. There we go. Very light, very easy to wear. Great statement earring without being a super statement earring, right? Well, I hope you enjoyed these, my friends. Again, another little pre-recorded broadcast today because, again, I am away. No Free Tip Friday broadcast this week, but next week I will be back live on Wednesday's show for Bead Shop Live. You know, we certainly appreciate, my friends, your support of our small woman-owned business. Without your support out there, you folks purchasing from our shop, telling others to purchase from our shop, supporting us through social media, through sharing the word, all of those things, we wouldn't be able to do what we love, and that is sharing creativity through the medium of beads. So please don't forget to share things out on social. If you have questions, if you had questions about today's show that I didn't get to answer, shoot us an email and we will get back to you. Follow us on and subscribe on our YouTube channel so you don't miss any of our content. And I will see you next week on our live broadcast on Bead Shop Live next Wednesday. Thanks so much for joining me, folks, and I hope you like the earring kit. See you soon. Bye-bye.